So you just picked up a foam cannon or foam gun, or maybe you're considering one, and now you're wondering just how to go about using it, or even why you'd want to use it in the first place. After all, the 2-bucket wash method has served you well for a long time, so why change now? Well, it all depends on what you're looking to accomplish, what your overall needs are, how well you've prepared the paint and therefore want to try to keep it that way, or maybe you've got a coating on the vehicle. Options are a good thing, and you actually have more options here than just a 2-bucket wash, a foam gun, or a foam cannon. You've got options in just how and when to use them too. Obviously, your first option is whether you're selecting a foam cannon or a foam gun. Foam guns tend to be less expensive and you don't need a pressure washer to use one. However, they don't produce as much foam as the cannons do, and the foam they produce tends to be of a more watery consistency, so it won't cling to the paint as well or for as long. But they can add a lot of lubrication to the surface, which is never a bad thing. It's the foam cannon, however, that really shines when it comes to producing lots of high-clinging, long-lasting foam. Here, we're going to be using our Ultimate Snow Foam, since it was specifically designed for this type of application. While any of our other shampoos can work in either of these tools, Gold Class Shampoo and Conditioner is a very popular choice. Our Ultimate Snow Foam will yield the maximum amount of foam and the longest clinging foam. Conversely, our Hybrid Ceramic Wash and Wax should not be used in a foam gun or cannon. This product was designed specifically for bucket wash applications, and unlike our other traditional washes, this formula will not function when applied with a foam gun or cannon. Let's talk quickly about foam. We've always said that suds in a bucket of shampoo is not what cleans the car, so why do we suddenly care about foam? Well, in this case, the foam is what helps keep the product in place on the paint, giving dwell time to make removing dirt, road grime, and other contaminants easier. Now, when it comes to dilution ratios, it's important to follow the directions for the shampoo you've chosen. Once you've done that, what's the best way to go about using one of these devices? That's why we're here, so let's take a look at some of those options. There are basically 3 different ways to use a foam cannon in your wash routine, depending on how dirty the vehicle is and what you need to accomplish. The first method assumes you have very light dirt on the vehicle and is a great way to achieve a truly touch-free wash process at home. And even better if your vehicle has a paint coating like our hybrid paint coating, one of our hybrid ceramic waxes, or even our sealant on it. All of these products give you intense water beading with very high contact angles and an almost self-cleaning surface characteristic. That's great for this process. To start, pressure rinse the car thoroughly, then attach your foam cannon and foam the vehicle completely following the recommended foam dilution ratio. Let that foam dwell for a few minutes. Working in the shade on a cool surface is really critical here, as you don't want things drying up on you, and then pressure rinse the foam away. Finally, blow dry that car for a truly touchless process that maintains maximum appearance without the risk of marring the surface with swirls. And if need be, make sure and wash your wheels first using your normal routine process. The pressure washer and foam cannon can work great on wheels as well, but if your car produces large amounts of brake dust, you may still need some agitation with a brush, sponge, or mitt to loosen that grime. What if your vehicle is a bit dirtier and you don't have an SiO2 or ceramic type of product on your paint? The vehicle isn't filthy, but you just know it's going to need some agitation to get everything off. Our second scenario works great here. Rinse the vehicle down as we showed you before, then foam it and let that foam dwell just a bit. Now, using a bucket of rinse water for your wash mitt, start washing the vehicle using the foam that's already on it. You may find that you need to apply a bit more foam once you get about halfway around the vehicle, or you may just want to foam one side at a time. Wash one panel at a time and then rinse your mitt in your rinse bucket and move on. With a foam gun, you'll most likely need to foam every panel just before you agitate. Once you've foamed and washed the entire vehicle, rinse it thoroughly and then dry with your preferred method. Remember, don't let the product dry on the vehicle. Finally, what if your vehicle is really dirty and you don't think you'll get everything off with the processes we just demonstrated? Our third option is the way you should go. Rinse the vehicle thoroughly to loosen and remove large contaminants, foam it, let the foam dwell, and rinse. Then follow those initial steps with a traditional 2-bucket wash. In this scenario, the foaming process is used as a sort of pre-clean for any really dirty vehicle. Yes, it adds a bit more time to the overall process, but if your vehicle is really dirty, it's definitely worth it. And there you have it, 3 quick options for getting the most out of your new foam gun or foam cannon. For additional tips and techniques, visit Meguiars.com.